I was recently making a top 10 list of my favorite science books, and in the middle of explaining why Carl Sagan's The Demon-Haunted World is my number one, I felt compelled to stop recording that video and record this one. I understand that I might actually lose followers from what I'm about to say, but I would ask that you at least watch the whole video. I started this platform with the goal of presenting complex scientific things in a more accessible way. Sometimes I fail in that, sometimes I succeed. And I've overwhelmingly gotten positive feedback for my work. I do, however, get some messages that say that they disagree with me, not because what I say is wrong, but because they don't like what I'm saying, that they don't understand it, and so it can't be right. This book, Carl Sagan's The Demon-Haunted World, changed my life in a lot of ways. Not because of things that it says are things that I just agree with, but because what is presented in this book allowed me to see how at risk I was, and honestly still can be, at buying into pseudoscience and propaganda. And that is unfortunately the direction that the world, and in particular my country, the United States, is going. We live in a world where people with large platforms give their platform over to conspiracy theorists. Conspiracy theorists who I believe many times know they are lying to you. And if they aren't aware of that, then I firmly believe the person giving them the platform knows that they're lying. These podcasts have guests that present information that is dangerous to the public perception of science. And you might want to sit there and say, well, scientists are liars and stuff like that. I hate to tell you this, but you have been lied to and do not have a clear understanding of how the scientific process works. And that's not because you're dumb. That's not because I think I'm smarter than you. That's because I have been in your shoes. I firmly believe that people know that the conspiracy theorists they give platforms to are lying. And I believe that they continue to do that. And I believe they don't care that those people are lying because they think that you are dumb. They know that if they have you believing that they are providing the truth, that they are giving you the facts, that you will continue to listen to them and they will continue to make money. I can't make you read this book. If I could buy everyone in America a copy of this and know that they would read it and take it to heart, I 100% would do that. But that's not reality. What I can do is this: ask you to please rethink of where you're getting your information. Do the people that provide you with information have no means of being proven wrong? By that I mean go and look at moon landing conspiracies, for example. Look at how many times those people have been asked, what would make you change your mind? Sometimes they say evidence, and oftentimes when they are provided with the exact evidence they ask for, they almost always have a reason to reject it. Oftentimes they'll even go as far as to say nothing would change their mind. And I am telling you right now, if your mind cannot be changed by any amount of evidence, you are in dangerous waters. I'm going to open up about something. I've been very clear that I'm a lesbian. I don't see any reason in my daily life to think that that is harmful to me or my life or anything like that. But if I were presented evidence that showed objectively that it was wrong or dangerous or something, I would accept that evidence. Now, that might piss some people off, but that's how I work. I'm an atheist. If I was presented with evidence that showed that God was real, I would become a theist. I accept the Big Bang. If I was shown evidence that showed that was not the accurate way, if the scientific community changed its direction of how it thought the universe began, I would throw away the Big Bang Theory in a second. I was raised LDS. If someone showed me evidence that the Book of Mormon was actually a product from a higher power, I would go back to believing it because I care about reason, logic, and evidence. And I would ask you to do the same. You've often heard people say, everything's a conspiracy when you don't know how anything works. I don't think that people are dumb, but I do think that there is some truth in that statement. I don't think that you're dumb if you've listened to someone talk about the Earth being flat or the moon landing is fake and you just saw that and you felt compelled to believe in it. But if you are someone who continually presents that conspiracy theory, despite being shown many, many, many times how those theories are objectively wrong, you know then you are lying. You are being purposely ignorant and you are damaging the future of our world for the sake of your ego. If you believe in those things because you came across that information and you don't have the tools to see whether or not they're actually telling the truth, buy this book. This book won't tell you what to think. It does, however, give you a lot of great tools on how to think. I don't care if what I say is something that you believe or accept. What I care is that if you at least understand, oh, this is the general scientific consensus. I don't care who you voted for in the last presidential election when it comes to this stuff. This is a problem for all sides of the aisle. It's not just people on the opposite side of things that believe in pseudoscience. To paraphrase this book, we live in a world that relies on science and technology, yet we reject science and technology. And I don't think that you're stupid, but I do think that you have been lied to. In fact, I know you have been lied to because I've been in your shoes. I once believed the Earth was 6,000 years old. I then realized that wasn't quite the case, and I thought, oh, well, maybe the Earth is a million or a billion years old. As I continued to look into the evidence, and I said, I'm actually taking the evidence for where it leads, and I learned more about the scientific method, I came to realize how much I had been misled. Misled by people who had to have known what they said was not true. That is why I keep saying that people who present the pseudoscience and the propaganda that is out there know that they are lying to you, because they thrive on lying to you. They thrive on you going back and thinking that you have them as a source for truth, that you can look to them to tell the truth. It feeds their ego and it feeds their pocketbook, and you are worth more than that. That is really all I have to say. I'm going to provide an Amazon link to this book, and I would ask that you consider buying it and reading it. I hope that you understand the spirit in which I made this video, and if it causes you to no longer follow my platform, I accept that. But please understand this is coming from a place of concern and a place of care. Thank you. Goodbye.